Hello. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I probably look a little different. Fishcam probably looks a little different. Everything's different. We're growing up over here. How you guys doing? And before I get too comfy, I should let you know that I have forgotten my glasses in the living room, so I will have to get up. And I figured while I'm over there, I still need to actually feed those fish. So the cam that's over there, I know there's a bit of glare. It's about as good as I could get it. I closed all the windows in there and I drew all the blinds, but they're like dumb blinds with like pieces instead of just like a gosh darn curtain. I like curtains and I hate everything else. So I figure I can go give them some breakfast and you guys can get to see, because you haven't seen that tank really. I've shown it a little bit in like Instagram story, but that's about it. So for now, and we will get into mountains real quick, but for now, I'm going to blow this up. I'm actually going to go ahead and, I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to unzoom it so that we can see more of it. Oh, that's just, can we unzoom it more? There we go. Yeah. That's pretty good. I'll fix it in a minute. But anyways, I'm going to feed the fishies, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found my glasses. You can see that big yellow fish in the middle there. That is a honey gourami. She is a female, and her name is Chromie. Love the hair. Why, thank you. I put pictures on Instagram and Twitter yesterday, and the camera that I used made it look like Fire Truck Elmo red, and like Little Mermaid red, and people kept being like, "Wow, I really love the red hair," and I'm glad that people like it, and it is pretty red, but it's very much pink. It's like a magenta neon fuchsia kind of thing going on. Looking like the Little Mermaid. It's pink! I promise it's pink. The head slot is creepy AF. I love this helmet. It's like my favorite helmet. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back where it goes. Actually, sorry, fish tour. We're gonna finish the fish tour. So in the bottom right, and the little wiggly things that Chromie is like pushing out of her way. So those are panda corridors. There are 6 of them. 5 of them are looking real good, and one of them's kind of a shrimp. Nilsaurus, thanks for the super chat. I bow before you, gnome queen. Well, thank you for the support. Appreciate that. Also for letting me know that my headphones weren't plugged in yet. That's a good step. Haven't been here for a while. There's new fish. What have I missed? So the fish have actually been here for a while, but because this aquarium that you're looking at right now is in my living room, I wasn't able to get a webcam on it before, but I ordered like a 25-foot USB extension, and it works. So yeah, so the little wigglers at the bottom right, those are panda corridors. They're not that old. They're going to get bigger than that. And then kind of top left, you can see those little tetra-looking things. Those are the White Cloud Mountain minnows. So there's 6 of those, 6 cories, and 1 honey gourami. And then you can see there's like a little snail on the rock. And there's another one in there somewhere, hopefully. I've had some snail escaping. This morning, like 20 minutes ago, I ran into an issue where I went to go see Flutta in the morning, and it was like, there's a weird rock on the floor in front of your tank, and it was the snail, and I put him back in. I think it's okay. I'm going to have to check on it after the stream. Turd Snail may or may not be RIP, we'll see. So I'm going to fix this, and actually I'm going to zone in and get my priest running towards the the raid, because we ran into the hour-long lockout problem before, where we ran more than 10 instances in an hour. So I will get her on her way, because we're going to be running the Throne of the Four Winds in an attempt to get the Drake of the Southwind. And ideally we can do all 11 characters, we'll see. Alright, so there's glasses. Actually, I should do the headphones and then the glasses. There's like an order to all these things. Hazel Hour. Yeah. So I'm going to Stormwind. I kind of miss, so like, the thing in BFA, Hearthstone-wise, is pretty much having a Hearthstone set to Borealis for Alliance. I don't know what Horde do, probably the same thing. Not Borealis, but Azal, Lars. So, I miss having my, like, all through Legion, because they gave me $1 on Hearthstone, I just kept my Hearthstone set to Stormwind. And I kind of miss that easy port. I know there's a cloak. I have one. It's in my bank. I should probably get it back out. But then you have to put it on, and then you have to press the button, and then you have to remember to put it off. And I am so bad at that. I have killed so many bosses with really questionable damage while wearing a teleport cloak. And I know you can make a weak order to fix it. Like, I know there's solutions to all of my problems, but sometimes life is still a struggle. So I guess I'll grab the cloak. But yeah, I just miss having my Hearthstone just set to Stormwind. It was just a really convenient place to be able to really easily get back to. Actually, now that I think of it, do I have the cloak? Did I sell it? I probably vendored it. I probably auto-vendored it. We're off to a good start. What happened to your hair? I dyed it. I was going for a shade that's a little less this and a little more, let's see. Oh, I was kind of going for, let me take off my helmet for a second. For that, but clearly we didn't quite nail it. Maybe once it starts to fade, we'll be more in that range. Because it's going to fade so aggressively anyways, I'm not too concerned about it. I also kind of like it. I think loaches are really cute fish. I like, loaches and cories are kind of similarly shaped with, like, they're kind of like pencils. Although pencil fish are like a different thing. But, yeah. Fishies are, oh yeah, I was going to finish, configuring this, so we were going to zoom it in. Oh, I lost my windows. I lost all my windows. Come back. Let's see. So we need to. How did this happen to me? I mean, I guess I can just crop it. I guess I can just do this the old-fashioned way. So if I go all there, it's kind of on an angle. And then like that. Oh, no. Oh, no, now I've distorted it. What if people think my fish is fat? Actually, she is a little bit chubby. She's looking better now, but I was definitely... It was the first time that I've had fish that are not a betta fish, so I'd never fed flake food before. And I was all excited with all of these different types of food, and I had, like, the bug bites and the frozen food and the sinking wafers, and I overfed a little bit for sure. I've scaled it back now that I've figured out that I was making my fish fat. But Chromie's got some hips on her, let's just say that. But she's looking healthy. She moves around real good. So we are going to... we do have sound working, actually. We do have sound coming in the stream. That's good. It's a good start. There's a bank in Borealis, too. True. Although I didn't find what I was looking for here. I never use them. I mean, I don't use banks that much to begin with. Like, I don't actually go to the bank much for most things. Like, I do it on specific characters. Like, my actual bank alt, her bank is completely filled with Dauntless and Unsullied gear, which I still need to get rid of. And then aside from that, she's also got, like, if I'm buying epics to flip, and there's 2 of them that are really far below market price, and I don't want to wait for the other one to get bought, I'll just buy both of them and stick one of them in my bank, and then sell them both one at a time. It takes a lot of time, but I just store one for the time being while I sort through that. So, and then on my Void Elf Priest, who was going to be my main, she just has a bank full of pet charms and pet stones and pet stuff. She just has, like, a whole bank full of pet charms and upgrade stones, which works out. You look like Princess Bubblegum? What's that from? Is that from Adventure Time? I never saw Adventure Time. I heard they stopped it. Looking pink? Is that your Hearthstone to the Snug Harbor Tavern Inn? Use the Stormwind Portal in Borealis? I do! I have that. My Hearthstone does go to the Snug Harbor Tavern Inn. The problem is that I have to walk out the door and down the stairs and around the corner to get to a Stormwind portal when I'm just trying to get to another portal it's too much of a walk. I used to Hearth to Stormwind from Dalaran, even though there's a Stormwind portal in Dalaran, because I didn't want to walk to the portal. I'm trying to cut down the I'm really lazy. I'm excessively lazy. All right. Raid heroic 25. Click on the heroic thing a couple times. Let's get some tea. How was your birthday? My birthday was great. We did pretty much exactly what I said I was gonna do. We went out for lunch. We had a nice lunch out. We looked at fish. We found there was a fish store, another one. There's a couple of fish stores in our area. Like, the whole greater Portland area is just blessed. And I think we've been to all of them now, but we found a new one that was, like, way closer that we had no idea about. And we checked it out, and I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be bad, because I'm really loyal to the one that I already go to that's, like, a ways away. But it was awesome. It wasn't very big, but all of the fish were really healthy, like the healthiest fish that I've ever seen in any of the fish stores I've been to so far. And they had really cool stuff. They had male honey gouramis. You know how long it took us to find one honey gourami? We got a lady one, and I may one day, probably not in that tank. That tank is fully stocked now, I think, but eventually get her a boyfriend. And now I know who, I mean, they may not have them by then. It's going to be like 2 years later, and I'll be like, you got this fish? And they're like, it was 2 years ago. But they had such cool stuff. We would have looked around longer, but it was like before lunch, and I didn't really do breakfast either, so I was like 2 o'clock and I was dying. So we went and had food. And hung out. And then yesterday we got sushi, because we still wanted sushi, so we found a place to bring sushi and brought that home. Sorry, not yesterday, Sunday. Or was it yesterday? I don't remember. Did I kill the boss? Did I win? Do I win? How do I loot my nothing? Back there. You have an upgrade in your bag? Yeah, so that the thing with that is that I am using the Sea Breeze staff, which has it's got like a special equip effect that stacks up haste, and Pawn doesn't take that into account when it's talking about upgrades. So Pawn thinks that this 325 staff is better, despite the fact that this one has haste for me, and this one doesn't have any haste at all, and haste is very good for me. This also doesn't have crit. This is like my worst stats. But because Pawn keeps telling me it's an upgrade, and I never actually simmed the Sea Breeze staff, I'm sure it's better. I never simmed it, so I don't know that it's better, so I'm just kind of keeping that one around just in case somebody tells me I'm wrong. But honestly, they're both 325s. As the second that I get an offhand, I can put this thing on that I got in my raid. Also, I think my fish game's still a little bit big. I think we're blocking a little too much with it. There we go. I can put on this thing. It's got crit and haste. Those are my favorites, and I don't have an offhand yet, so I can't wear it. It's that girl who's in all of the new WoW videos. All of the new WoW videos? Am I in other people's videos, or are my videos just new? I'm working on a new video. I feel so much guilt when I don't put out a video for like a couple days at a time. And I don't know where that comes from. It's not like I used to have a thing on my banner that said a new video every weekday before I realized that was insane. And it wasn't happening anyways. But I still feel so bad that I didn't get anything out yesterday, even though I'm working on it. Hopefully I should be finished today. Get something up. I got the Felsteel Annihilator from Archimon. Nice! We all do it. It's nice guarding my uncle's dog. Hazel, if you see this, I have no idea what type of dog he is. As a mage, I'm glad I have teleports. As a non-mage, I'm very jealous of mages and their teleports. Every time I play my mage and I can just zip around places, it's the silliest thing. Alright, well, no dice on attempt number 64. But we can hearth out of here. You know what else I found relating to Hearthstones is that I've gone back to enchanting. And I have the boat research trait that reduces the cooldown of my Hearthstone when in Culturess and Zandalar. And I also have the enchanting Bracer enchant that further reduces the cooldown of my Hearthstone when in Culturess and Zandalar. I understand that right now that won't be effective because I didn't just hearth from Culturess and Zandalar, so it doesn't matter. But I swear, sometimes I hearth from Culturess or Zandalar, like just out in the world, and I get the correct cooldown, which is 4 minutes. When those two traits combine, I have a 4-minute cooldown on my Hearthstone. And sometimes I will be fully, surely, and welly inside of Culturess and Zandalar, and I'll get like the 11-minute cooldown instead. And I know that this is ridiculously spoiled either way because it doesn't matter, and it's not like I need to use it within another 11 minutes, but I don't know why it's so inconsistent. You ever check for the world boss there? Is there a world boss in Oldham? DJ Khaled? I missed how we got there. Your hair looks stunning. I got some new fish for myself today for my smallest tank. Some cute small blowfish. Blowfish. You mean like a dwarf puffer or something else? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. I was running Pandaria raids with a friend for achievements, and the Astral Cloud Serpent dropped for me, and I'm still not sure if I should be excited or feel bad for my friend. You can be both. You can be both. Just be excited, but maybe a little bit quietly around the friend. Not saying that you have to, like, hide it or lie, but, you know. Maybe don't rub it in. Okay, so this character, I actually started leveling her, you might have noticed. This is what I was going to do at the end of last stream, but then I ended up not because I just, I got really hungry. So she's still leveling, but I think my Hearthstone is, no, I set my Hearthstone up here. I'm gonna have to, like, go back the old-fashioned way. I guess I can just take the portal. It's gonna be weird not seeing you farm ICC and Ashes. It's gonna be weird once we get this one and we're moving into dungeon stuff for a bit. I know I can set up in, there's a mop raid that I still need my Astral Cloud Serpent, but I'd like to try and get I need more tea. How does Shadow play at 120? I'm playing a Priest 2, just wonder if it's worth it. Well, there's two things to consider. One is, are you having fun? And secondly is, are you effective? So I am having a lot of fun. I am not effective. I mean, it's not that I'm not effective. I keep up. I'm not, like, lowest on the meters in my raid, but in terms of, like, actual rankings, we're pretty far down there. So if you're trying to play, like, the best DPS and you want to be able to beat everybody without trying, then Shadow is not a good choice. But if you just like the way that it looks, and you like the idea of the dot management and the void form management, and it's not so much right now about void form management as in getting really long ones, but lately it's more about void form timing. Like, trying your best to have void form pops, either just through your regular one or through your Dark Eruption, that can cleave on a lot of stuff, because that's a pretty significant source of damage. So I'm having fun with the playstyle, but I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's good damage. It's not. Happens to me all the time. Please don't stress about not uploading. I'll try. How does... I answered that one already. Let's see. I have jewel crafting and mining right now. I feel like it's not super great. Do you think alchemy is better this X-Pack, or should I stick with jewel crafting? So in terms of just gold making, as a general rule, alchemy tends to do better than everything because people use so many more alchemy consumables relative to everything else. And yeah, people use so many alchemy consumables relative to everything else. So it's really hard to go wrong with alchemy. Also, if you do raid yourself, you get access to the double length flask. But it's not like you cannot make gold with jewel crafting. It's just that there are fewer opportunities too. So if you're not enjoying it, then switch, but a word of caution from somebody that wasn't enjoying it and then switched and then switched and then switched again and then switched back to the first thing. Just make sure you're sure. I lost probably like 50 or 60 points of enchanting skill on my main because I thought I wanted to be something else, and then I changed my mind and now I'm starting over again. Hey, hello Ellis, how you doing? There are boots in old Karazhan with a Hearthstone effect? Yeah, but it probably shares a cooldown with a Hearthstone. It's not going to be a second Hearthstone, otherwise everybody would have one. I have an archaeology item that's got a Hearthstone effect too. Every pug we watch your guides. I really sincerely hope that they lead to successful pugs. Part of the reason why I put all of the food words in them, one, because I really was hungry. Secondly, because I think that actually makes stuff easier to remember. And I know at least when my guild was running through them, because we watched the videos before we pulled too much to my mortification, like the food nicknames for stuff stuck for a few things, and I feel like that helped people remember a little better. I don't know, I might be just making that up. I'm currently in a very bad period family-wise, and your videos help. Thanks, Hazel. Well, thank you, Horizon Sweep, for the super chat. I very much hope that either things look up for you, or you and your family evolve to better cope with whatever life has given you. But that sucks. I'm sorry. Would anyone like a free virtual ticket code? I don't know about giveaways in here. I don't have a policy on that because that hasn't come up yet. But I just want to put out there that I don't know about all that. Love your new hair color. Thank you. These Hearthstone enchants table upgrades don't work in the dungeons. I mean, it sucks, but it makes sense to me in my brain. But I swear I was trying to... So you know where I was? I was in... And it's not going to be exactly right, but I was in Tiergard Sound. I was kind of like down here-ish. I had just done a world quest, and I was in this region, and I hearthed back to Borealis, and it was like an 11-minute cooldown. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What class should I make a brand new Light Forge? Probably either a priest or a paladin, because those are the coolest ones. Why is my acorn silver? Because you leveled up. You leveled up. I believe you upgrade to a silver acorn at... I forget the things. It says 2 months for you, so it must be 2 months. But, like, there's a progression. You start with a regular one, and then you get your butterfly. And then you upgrade to silver, and then you get your silver with your butterfly. And then nobody has this yet, because I don't think the stream has been around. I don't think sponsor or memberships have been around for that long yet, but there is actually a gold tier. And then there is a gold tier with rainbow butterfly. And none of these things matter, so please don't feel like you have to support if you really need a rainbow butterfly. It's just a tiny icon that I drew that kind of looks like a splotch. But I did draw them, and I'm very proud of them. And why can't I do that in shapeshift form? Why won't you let the cat take the floofy wind? Considering that it's confirmed that there will be changes, what would you like to see change? I would like to see, and this is... My thoughts are going to be a little disorganized on this, because it's a little early still. I would like to see some improvements to single target, obviously, but not just like tuning wise. I miss my favorite thing about the Legion playstyle was even after they got rid of Surrender to Madness, the adrenaline that comes from extending a void form extra far through perfect gameplay. Like that ideal of if I play and I plan and I prepare and I play really well, I can get my void form an extra 5, 6, 7 stacks longer than your average Joe or Jane. And that will make me do a significant amount extra damage, or at least like getting a higher and higher void form as you get gear and as you get better feels like a score. It feels like a high score. I feel like I'm trying to beat my high score, and the current Shadow Priest gameplay doesn't give me that because there's just I don't know exactly the mechanical reason for it. I know it has something to do with haste. But there isn't really a lot of wiggle room in how far you're going to get your void form. It doesn't feel like if I play better, I'm going to get a way bigger one. It feels like if I really suck, then I guess I can let it die at like 12 stacks. But on average, I'm getting it, and I haven't checked recently, so I might be wrong, but like 20, 22, I don't know. I haven't checked, so maybe that number's completely wrong. But it doesn't feel like there's a lot of wiggle room in how good my void forms are based on how well I played. Casey, thanks for becoming a member. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. I hope you enjoy your new acorn icon. Stay tuned for a butterfly in a month. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Good morning, Hazel. New color looks awesome. You've gone full Nomergon chic. Love it. It's so bright. I like it, but I am looking forward for it to fade, I think. I really want eventually, and I think next time I probably will go get it done. I did do this one at home. I actually did it on my birthday. Like, we got home. That's the other thing we did. We got home from lunch, and I was a little tipsy because the place, we went to like a brewery. I don't really like beer, but they also had cider, and they have a really good sandwich. So we went to a brewery, and I had a cider, and it was like and because I hadn't eaten anything yet that day, and because I finished the whole thing because it was pretty good, I was a little tipsy by the time we got home. And I got home, and I turned to my husband like, hey, what if we just do my hair? You know, I'd been meaning to do it anyways. I had all this stuff. It's like, what if we just do my hair? And then he agreed to help me. So we touched up the color. But yeah, next time I'm probably, if I can like get myself out of my apartment, and go out in the world, then I should go to a salon and pay somebody to do it, and then go for like a dustier, more muted color. Like, I still want it to be like a color that's not normally found in human beings, but maybe like a more silvery, dusty, grayish, you know, not so loud, a little less neon. Where am I going? I can just, I don't need a mage board, I can just fly. I didn't know Argus Quest with the dragon logo worked for both reps. Finally done with the allied races at Argus. Woo! Grats! Thinking of dropping jewel crafting myself. We have a meet and greet at Blizzcon. It's less than 2 months away. I'm going to be at Blizzcon. I'm not planning on organizing anything because I have no idea how it all works. If, like, honestly, if I tried, I would be like, I'm having a meet and greet here, and I wouldn't even find it. I would be lost. I would get lost in the way to my own meet and greet. And also, I don't really know, you know, how to do it. I don't know how to not be in the way. I don't know if it's big enough to be in the way. I don't know anything. So my plan is to just be real casual and kind of wing it, which is probably a bad plan, but I don't have anything to base this off of, so I'm not planning anything, is a short version of that. I will be there, I'm not planning anything. Good luck on Akir. I played Dis so far. I can solo most 3-player suggested quests alone, just takes a little longer. Dis priests seem very good. We have one in our guild, and from what I've seen, pretty good healing. Not Holy Priest healing, because I think Holy Priests are just insane right now, but pretty good healing. Pretty good damage. And just, like, good survivability, too. It seems like they can do everything. Like, for Shadow Priest, that's pretty cool, too. I got my WoW-related tattoo on Sunday. It looks stunning. Nice. What do you get? I don't think you have to do the heroic 4 wins. It does not matter. I'm doing it just in case. Because I don't remember. And it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't really matter. When are you able to use the Flightmaster's Whistle in Borderless? As soon as you get your world quest, I think. I got college. I'll make sure to catch you on Friday. See you later. Have you done the achievement in that raid? I don't know. Maybe. What's the achievement? Is it hard? Do I want it? Do I care? I'm not really a big achievement person. I kind of get achievements when they come my way. I don't really worry about it otherwise. Hi from Denmark. I always watch your streams while playing WoW. Well, thanks for tuning in, I should say. I always tell people thanks for stopping by, and that makes it sound like they're leaving. And, I mean, they're welcome to leave. You're all allowed to leave. But, we can hang out. It's fine. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. I got, like, 8 more tunes to run here. Also, I have no idea how to play this character. Am I wearing a weapon? I am wearing a... Good, I am wearing a weapon. I should probably use instant cast. It looks like that's not going well. Rainbow Butterfly must have. Are you planning to farm the blue protodrake? I have a blue protodrake, so I am all set on the blue protodrake front. I have most protodrakes. Not all of them. I don't have the time lost. That one can go to heck. Where it still is and belongs. No, I don't have a time lost protodrake. I don't have any interest in camping it. I don't have a life that would allow me to even try, so I just don't worry about it. Do I have a rusted protodrake? What's that from? Is that an achievement one? Mounts. Rusted. No, I don't have the rusted protodrake. I never did that, the Ulduar Raider thing, but I have a good amount of them. I have a handful of them. You live in my town and are the perfect person to color your hair. She's amazing. I recommend her to everyone. I actually have a salon bookmarked with somebody that, had said that they watched the stream and they're a stylist in my area that can help. For next time. We'll have to see. After such colorful hair, do you ever think you could go back to your normal color? I mean, probably. I feel bad about it now, though, because after I've gotten some comments from people being like, looking at your hair now and your old hair, don't go back. Your old hair sucks. And I'm thinking, that was my natural hair color. That was the way my mom made me. But, I've had people say that they, like, really prefer this way, and for now, I do, too. So I think I could go back eventually, and I probably will one day. But maybe not. Part of the reason why I dyed my hair originally was because I was starting to get... Like, I've had gray hairs intermittently ever since I was, like, 14. I've had gray hairs for a long time. Way earlier than most people should get them. And more recently, in the last, like, 3 or 4 years, I've been getting them way more frequently. And it's not like I have gray hair under this, but I have enough that I can, like, look at myself in the mirror and see, like, 10 to 20. And I'm currently 26. I was 25 when I decided to dye my hair for the first time. And it's just... It just stresses me out seeing that in the mirror at this age. Maybe I should just get over it. But when I have all of my hair pink, I don't have to worry that some of them are probably gray. Because I've heard that gray hair doesn't take dye very well. I haven't found that to be the case. I found that I can't tell any difference between the gray ones and the not gray ones when it's all dyed. It seems all the same to me, so I don't know. Add some conditioner to your dye to lighten the color up. I did use, so I have, I've used the conditioner thing before. The last time I did the conditioner thing, it came out kind of spotty. It came out a little bit uneven. And this time, I actually used their diluter, which is like the brand-made conditioner, basically, for diluting it. And I used a fair bit of it, but I didn't want to go overboard with it because I found that it fades, like, really quick when I do it like that. So I used a good bit. This was probably a third, like, lightened by, like, 30%. But I did not go any further than that. My girlfriend has a silver hair tone, looks really good. Wonderful videos and streams. New to WoW, they definitely help. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I'm thinking not like silver is hard. Like I commend your girlfriend. Silver is a scary thing to do because you have to go pretty light to get it. I guess depending on what color silver you are, but most people want a pretty bright silver, not like a dark gray. But yeah, like a dustier color. I don't know. We'll see. I've been here for 3 weeks. I can leave Victory. I just wanted to make sure you all knew. Sometimes, every now and then, and this is just part of being a streamer, I don't think it's anything specific to me or my stream, but every now and then somebody comes in here and they're like, why are you guys all here? She's just doing mount runs. It's not very hard. You should go do something else. And I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that you're allowed to leave. You don't have to, but you're allowed to. What mount farm is next? After we get this one, I'm feeling the Zul'Gurub vibe for the Raptor. I have the Panther from Zul'Gurub, and we're talking the 5-man dungeon because the raid's gone. I have the Panther, but I don't have the Raptor yet, so I'm thinking of trying for the Raptor. What mount do you not have that you would really want next? I'm pretty, what's the word? Ambivalent? Neutral? I like mounts. I don't need them. Oh, speaking of mounts, though, I actually got a new one yesterday. So I was out killing the rest of the rares. I'm working on a Warfronts related thing. And I didn't get any gear. I was hoping for a weapon, but I got a donkey. I got a donkey. He dropped from Overseer Crix. Nay. Oh, he's not gonna neigh. He's gonna eat. He's a good donkey. He reminds me heavily of my favorite and first mount in Black Desert Online. And I have that now, so I win. Your opinion on the Azerite system? Similar to a lot of people's opinion. Right now, it doesn't feel great. I am not terribly invested in the system. I'm not mad about it, really. It's not ruining my life. It doesn't really make me not want to play WoW, but it's not something... I don't feel rewarded or excited when I get Azerite, and I just kind of feel vaguely annoyed that on my priest I have armor that I can't use traits on because I don't have enough Azerite. And it's not like I'm even really excited about those traits. I'm not changing my gameplay at all, but I know they will help me do more damage. So, and I don't... Even though having those traits would help me do more damage, I don't really feel inspired to grind Azerite. I figure it'll just happen. I don't really want to go look for it. I'm just unexcited about the whole system. I feel like I understand how we got here. I kind of feel like I have a grip on the systems and the precedents that led us to a world where we have Azerite traits and Azerite in its current incarnation. But I don't feel like they're scratching any of the itches that they set out to scratch with this, and I think that they've just made us sore. You're so bright now. I am pretty bright. Like so I finished dyeing it, and I get it out of the towel and I get it dry, and I like go into the living room and I look at my husband. He looks at me and I'm like, it's kind of a lot. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of attacking me right now. It kind of like when you're looking at it, you kind of feel a little bit attacked. My gray hairs come in super silver and shiny, and I'm 24. You will get real sick of Siege of Orgrimmar if you decide to farm that mount. That's true. That's true. So I guess our order is depending on what I can do with 110s and how quickly I get things leveled to 120, because leveling to 120 is going to be real annoying on all of them. I was thinking Zul'Gurub, maybe Karazhan, like the new Karazhan for the 5-man mount off of the Huntsman. So that's a big maybe. Astral Cloud Serpent. I don't want to farm world boss stuff because I don't want anything that I have to wait for it to be up or look for it to be up. I want to just be able to log on Tuesday mornings and like go kill something and have a chance at a mount. So Astral Cloud Serpent, and then I guess Siege's after that. Like I guess if we're getting into the how do you say, the mop raids, and that's one of them for sure. 1.1k attempts so far. My luck ain't working at the moment. 1.1k? Ooh, I don't know what you're farming, but that's awful. Are you gonna farm the Zul'Gurub daily or weekly? Probably weekly. I know I could farm it daily, but I wanna, like, I feel like it's just very rude for me to farm something on stream and then have it drop for me off stream. So I try to actively avoid killing things that can drop me mounts that I have been farming on stream in the past off stream. I try to keep it all, if I started on stream, I try to finish it on stream. So I will probably only do it weekly, which I understand makes it way slower. But the fact that I'm going to have all 11 characters out there is probably still going to get it to us in, like, I mean, a while. A couple months. Maybe a little less. We'll see. I got the bat from the Trolls and Arathi. Love it. Nice. That was the last rare I needed. So I had gotten into one of those groups. It was like a mega group that's farming the Arathi rares. Because I tried killing them just individually. Like going up to one and trying to find a group in the group finder, trying to make a group in the group finder. Wasn't happening. There was just like nobody signing up. Not enough people were, let's see. Drum roll. No dice. Not enough people were joining those or making those or both. So I decided to forget about that. I joined one of the mega groups and I got in like right after they had killed him, so I had to like tag along for the whole loop of rares, most of which I had already done to like try and wait for it to come back. And then they like got sidetracked and started doing half of the loop again because enough of the group had left that they hadn't done those yet, so they started going in a different direction. And then I left and then I tried to do it on my own and then I couldn't, and then I joined the same group again and just like parked myself over the place and waited for them to come around to it, and eventually they did kill it and I got my tiny Azerite shard, which was worth it. Oh, I miss your Void Elf. She's right here. She's fine. She's cute. She's probably gonna wear that outfit forever. I kind of like the I kind of like that outfit. I like that robe with the shoulders. I know there's new stuff that's cool, but you know what? I want the donkey mount. I got the donkey mount too. I wanted gear. I got a couple pieces of gear, but nothing I could use. What I really need is a weapon or an offhand. I don't know if there is an offhand. I know there has to be weapons because I saw them drop for somebody else in one of my groups. The donkey is a rare drop, well, it's a drop, I don't know how rare it is, from Overseer Crix, who is one of the rares in Arathi Highlands. If you have World Quest List, you can basically, and I won't be able to show you because I already killed them all, but if you have World Quest List, you can basically open up your map while looking at Arathi Highlands, and you'll see, let's see here, you'll see this bar right here that's above, this bar right here where I'm mousing over. It says WQ and then there's Q. So in Arathi Highlands, there's a T, and when you press the T, it will show you on your map all of the rares that drop stuff, which is basically all the rares. I think every one of them has a drop. So it'll show you all the rares in your map, and then you can fly around and try to kill them. They're tough though. You need groups for most of them. Do you have the timed mount from Karazhan Nightbane? I do have the timed mount. The one that I'm missing is Midnight. So I have Kara. Also, I have the original Kara mount. I have the original raid Kara mount. And then I have the timed one from the new one. So this is the one that I need, like the really good one. That's the one that I'm looking for, which just drops from the 5-man version of him. 180 runs at Siege of Orgrimmar isn't fun. How much of, like, do you have to run the whole raid? Because that's not fun. Like, the thing that I like about our mount run streams is that we can just kind of get a lot of attempts in. And, you know, we had the lockout thing for ICC, and then the last couple of raids that we've been doing haven't really needed, like, a whole lot of clearing. And I have a bad feeling that Siege of Orgrimmar is going to require a lot of clearing. I don't know if that's true. I haven't farmed it. Raid difficulty, heroic. There we go. Wanted to say thanks for the raiding, guys. Good luck with mounts. Thank you, Wonk Donkler's Dimension. Void Elf for Dispriest. I got the bat in my first try. I think most of these things have pretty reasonable drop rates. And that's, I think, fair because it appears to me that they have I thought they might reset weekly. But I killed all of them last week, and today is reset, and they have not reset for me. Or at least, not on my map. I should go there in person to double check. But it appears that they are once per cycle, once per Warfront cycle. And the current pacing of the Warfront cycle makes that seem like that's going to be like once every 3 weeks, maybe even once a month, like a while. So, having a pretty generous drop rate doesn't really hurt for something like that. Didn't know about World Quest List. Thanks, Hazel. I just found out about it yesterday. It's pretty lit. It's pretty good. Can you still have the mounts even if you kill the rare from Warfronts? So, the mounts drop from the rares. If you kill the world boss, that's not the one that drops the mounts. There's other rares all around the zone. Each one has a chance to drop something, I'm pretty sure. Some of them are pets, some of them are toys, a couple of them are mounts. And you get to kill, like, you can loot them from what it appears once per cycle. So, if you already killed them, then you could go kill them again. You won't get any loot again until the Warfronts have gone through another cycle. That's my current running theory. You can skip Galacrass on a Demon Hunter, but that's it. Oh. Ugh. They did not reset. Looks like they'll be reset with War Funds. Yep. Yep. New Kara Midnight makes me thirsty. Okay. Let's try Alec here again for attempt number 60, what, 6, 67, something like that. Do you always do one map run and multiple characters? Lately, yeah. I used to take one character and do a big lap, but it involved a lot of travel time. I would get lost a lot because I am chronically unfocused while I'm trying to stream. So, this turned into a much more efficient system that resulted in more mounts actually dropping. It would make sense, but that's so slow. Did you see that Asmongold used your guides for old year? I did, actually. People did tip me off, tip me in, clue me in. Check your Mythic Plus box. Oh, good idea. Oh, I did do one. So I didn't do a very good one. I did a +2 and was like, well, I'm done. It's not that I couldn't have gotten into more than the +2. I was just busy. I wasn't even busy. I was relaxing. I had a chill weekend. I've been trying to find my work-life balance. I'm trying really hard to tool my schedule so that I can be done by like 6 or 7. Because I've just gotten in this really bad habit of just working like evenings forever. Like, I keep being like, well, there's this project, there's this video that I want to finish, there's this one thing that I just gotta finish, and then I can go back to being done, and it's never true. Bought myself a 100k shirt, looks great, thank you. Thanks, man. I hope that you guys love them as much as I do. Those should print and ship once the 2 weeks is over, so if it feels like it's taking forever to get to, it's because I don't think they're going to print until they become unavailable, which is going to be Wednesday the 19th. So if you're still looking to get one, shameless self-merch plug, you can check out the Hazel merch at teespring.com/stores/hazelnuttygames. Link is in the description. Should be. I don't know if it is. It should be. The Squirrel Squad stuff isn't going anywhere, but the 100k merch, including the shirts and the pillow, will only be available until Pirates Day. Not intended, just the way it worked out. Oh no, I'm flying back to the raid. I hearthed and then I started flying back. Oops. Our guild was linking those guides like crazy. Is there a new Mythic Plus chest, or do you have to go back to our class hall? I believe there is a new one. I don't know where it is. We're gonna find out. I'll do that either when I get lockout locked, or when I or at the end. One of those two things. Aren't these fishies cute? Look at all these fishies. Look at them all go. I saw the minnows have been trying to mate like crazy. I think the cories are just eating all the eggs. And that's totally fine, because I can't have any more fish. That tank is pretty much stocked. I've been doing actually extra water changes on it, because that one cory that looks like it's struggling seems to benefit from like hyper clean water. So I've been doing like a little cleanup every other day. And then it's got a bunch of plants in it that help keep it super clean too. But, oh, look at how little wiggly and cute they are. This is dangerous being able to watch them from my desk. I get sidetracked by that tank. Like, I am so in love with the aquariums lately because it's completely offline. It's such a contrast to everything else I do. It's something that's kind of physical, like when I'm cleaning the aquariums, when I'm feeding the fish, when I'm taking out water and putting water in. That's a physical thing that I'm doing, and I'm carrying like this water, and I'm pouring it, and I get to care for all these little creatures, and I get to see how the plants are doing, and I get to watch them just live their lives, and it's so addicting to just like hang out by the tank and just watch them, especially if there's something that I don't want to do. If I'm avoiding something that I don't want to do, all of a sudden it's the most interesting thing on the planet. But it's good. It's good having an offline. It's the first time I've had like an offline hobby that's been this engaging in a long time. Like, I used to mess with, I would bake something, or I would have plants, or a container garden or whatever, and that's fine. But like when I'm growing tomatoes, I water them in the morning. I'm like, well, I'm done. These are something that I can keep enjoying, throughout the day. It's real good. Did you level all of your alts, or did you boost some of them? I leveled all of those, I believe. What did I boost? I boosted a character on another server. So all of the characters on the server that I'm on now, I believe I leveled. Over time. Most of them got leveled from like 0 to 100 in Warlords. Because what else are you going to do in Warlords? Like, that's pretty much what I was doing. And then I think 1 or 2 others got added in later, but for the most part, it's just been a project of a couple of expansions. Do you have any of the new battle pets you buy from emissaries? 1. I did buy 1. So I happened to be in Silithus getting my neck upgrade for my revered, and I was like, I'm revered with Champions of Azeroth now. What else can I get? And I saw that there was a pet there was a pet. I mean, there's two pets. But I decided to pick up the I'll show here. let me finish this boss. It's on a timer, then I'll show you. Item level on my priest, my main, is like 341, I think. I really gotta get a new weapon. My weapon's real holding me back. Love your streams. After 120, what's the first thing you do? How do you get equipment? I would start by unlocking world quests. I'm gonna do a video about this pretty soon, but I would start by unlocking world quests if you haven't done that already. If you have world quests unlocked, then check those for upgrades. That's a good place to start. And then you can do war fronts right now. So get into a group to kill every war front rare. You can do this as Alliance or as Horde. If you're Horde, then you're going to be PvP flagged in the zone. You want to watch out, but you can still go do it. So go kill every rare in Arathi Highlands, because those have a chance to drop you 340 gear. That's going to be your best source of early gear. Also, if you're Horde right now, you can just repeatedly queue the Warfront to get 340 gear. And your first queue, you have a quest that you'll be able to turn in that will get you a piece of 370 gear. So that's kind of where you want to start. Like the Warfront thing doesn't really require a lot of item level. You just want to do it in a big group. And the actual scenario, obviously, it queues you into a big group. For the rares, then you just want to find a group that you can do the rares with. I have a video coming soon about Warfront gearing, because I was a little confused about it until I did some research, and then I figured I would put it all into a video. Does Alliance still not have Warfronts, or is it another week? I believe it's another like 5-ish days before we get to start contributing. There's 4 phases to it. Are you still active in your Horde server? No. No, I haven't done much. I mean, I had a character that I leveled in Legion, up to Legion standards. And she's going to be leveled eventually. The only thing that I've been really Horde for in the last couple expansions that I've actually played properly has been, when I am into Arena, sometimes people want to queue on Horde, and it's useful to me to have a Horde character. So in that situation, that's why I have a Horde Resto Druid. But I haven't even finished leveling my Alliance Resto Druid. She's level 112, and I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to PvP much once I get it set up. But I just want to have the option. We have the same item level, 350 item level. Hey, congrats! How was the rest of your birthday? Hi, Michael. My birthday was lovely. It was so relaxing. I got to dye my hair. I got to eat some good food. I got to look at some cute fish. I want more fish so badly. I can't. We're not doing it here. I have 2 aquariums, and that's what I can have here. And I'm not setting up anymore because I'm going to have to move eventually. And also, look at how cute the fishies that I already have are. They're perfect, and I love them. Oof. But man, they had cool stuff. They had nice goldfish. No other place that I've been to had goldfish that impressed me. Like, they tended to have kind of sad-looking goldfish. Like, that just wasn't the thing they were really good at. And this place had the most beautiful baby goldfish. Oh, and I want a goldfish tank, but I can't have it yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. How do you unlock world quests? You need to be friendly with each of the 3 zone factions of Kulturas or Zandalar. So, you want to go back and continue questing in any zones that you did not get friendly rep with. So for Alliance, you want Order of Embers, Proudmoore Admiralty, and Storm's Wake. For Drustvar, Tierguard Sound, and Storm's Song specifically. And then for Horde, you need the Voldenite, Talange's Expedition, and the Zandalari Empire, I think. I think those are the 3. I don't play Horde much. For Vol'dun, Nazmir, and Zandalar, respectively. So just go get friendly rep with those 3, and that should get you into World Quest. You only have to do that the first time, mind you. So when you level up your future alts, either on either faction, or in just another alt, you don't have to do that the next time. That appears to be an account-wide unlock. Late to stream, was overwhelmed with all the new stuff, new hair, and a new pet chem fish tank. Loving both. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. I'm attacking you guys right now with this. Ugh. I can't. I'm so happy that I have a webcam to show this tank to you guys now. I can't even. Look at all. So the plants, I'm kind of like having a time with. There used to be a bunch of plants on the right-hand side that I had to take out because they just died. They just weren't having it. Back left, kind of like behind the rock, that's a Cryptocorn Wendetti. And that's been doing real good. It's like a bronze one. That one's real healthy. And then all the plants that are on the wood, it's just a bunch of Javafern and Anubias. That's been doing real well. But everything in the back has been just kind of like, You can see there's like a bunch of stringy looking stuff hanging down at the top. Those are the roots of the pothos plant that I am growing kind of aquaponically in the back. I've got it sort of suspended in egg crate. I've got like 3 or 4 different pieces, and I actually added my own. I added a lamp Sorry, I'm so excited. I added a lamp just for that plant that's over top. So my aquarium plants have a light. And then the plant that's in my aquarium that isn't underwater has another light above that. And that's been really making it grow like crazy. So those are pulling out nitrates. They're pulling out nutrients from the water that the fish are creating. So they give the fish cleaner water and the plant grows like nuts. It's awesome. Hair looks rockin'. Thanks, Fallen Sammy. How you doing? Is your hair red now or do I need to color correct my monitor? I swear. So it comes across on a lot of film as red. In the pictures I put out yesterday, it looks Little Mermaid red. Through the camera, it kind of looks red, but I swear it is like fuchsia. It's pink. It's very pink. It'll probably be more apparent that it's pink once it starts to fade, because even if it was red, it would fade pink anyways. And I don't mind if people say it's red. I mean, it looks pretty red. But it's definitely, I promise it's pink. How long are you going to stream for? Probably until I finish my mount runs. They're going to be a little bit shorter these days until I finish getting through. Like, this is just a pretty quick set of runs. We usually do these over like an hour, hour and a half. Tuesday streams usually go between 1 hour and 2 hours. Whenever they go over that, I'm usually kind of upsetting the rest of my day and making it so I have to work late because I don't get everything done. Cute fish is one thing, cherry shrimp are another. I've been toying with the idea of doing a shrimp tank eventually. I had some shrimp. I actually had a shrimp tank, but the tank leaked and I had to move the shrimp along with the snails into that tank that you're looking at now. And Chromie, who is the honey gourami that might motor by eventually, again, there she is on the right there. She ate them. She super duper ate all the shrimp. She got real fat and there were no more shrimp to be seen. So she's not shrimp compatible. She's very sweet to other fish, and she is so hungry if she thinks she can eat something. So she's, if I ever did shrimp, I would probably do them in a tank that doesn't have any fish, because I hear that you get more natural behavior out of your shrimp when they're not afraid of predators. So that would be like a cute kind of nano tank. I don't know. I need to, there's so many fish that I want that I need to make sure that I don't bite off more than I can chew and take on more maintenance than I'm ready for. What mounts are you hunting for? Today I'm looking for the Drake of the South Wind, and that's pretty much all we're farming. We're pretty much just going... Oh no. Did I forget to kill one? Did I not do this? I'm gonna have to go back. Today we're just farming Throne of the Four Winds for the Drake of the South Wind. I have killed it 67 or 8 times or so. Uh-oh. And I've made some mistakes. How... was I just too slow? Was I just chatting too much? Also, I never did show you guys my Azerite. I mean, it's just an Azerite, but it's pretty cool. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can I dot it while I'm falling? Nope. Darn it. I'm going to be here for a bit. Looks hot pink to me. Love it. Love the hair. Looks good. Look at the mat run. Thanks, Caroline. Pothos also purifies the air for you. True. True. I love houseplants. I don't know how clean they're making the air, but the air smells pretty clean, so, I mean, it can't be that bad. It's got to be helping. It's just, I really like houseplants. I have this, maybe I'll show you in a second after I finish this, if I finish this. Is there anything else I can do that's because I'm like so slow. I can barely cast anything. Is there anything else I can do over here that'll actually kill it? I want to show you my Sansevieria. It's like my snake plant. You know, those big like spiky ones you see in malls and stuff? I got a pretty cool one. Alright. So now we're gonna hop back over. We're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna need to do this guy again. And the instant cast. Do I have any... Oh, it's building up, or maybe it was just that platform. But this guy I can take out pretty quickly, because I can actually cast on him, so that's something. I will get this eventually. I'm gonna have to jump another one. So let's jump pretty straight on, because I'm not trying to fly off the edge here. I guess I could go... Do I have Burning Rush? I don't know if I'm expecting to Burning Rush or not. I can't really sprint. I feel very slow. Also, I don't have a pet. I should probably have a pet. I'm a warlock. Warlocks have pets. And... Are we good? There we go. Good stuff. Okay, so my Azerite is pretty cute. That's the first rep one that I got. I have a couple of other... I'm starting to work through collecting the pet charm pets. Sort of slowly, like one at a time, just as I feel like it. So I got the Azerite. I think my favorite pet charm pet so far that I got is the Carnivorous Lasher. This thing is just... The fact that it's a flower that is actually, like, drooling is just so cool. I love that thing. That is... it gives me Emerald Nightmare vibes, and I kind of miss the Emerald Nightmare. That was one of my favorite raids of Legion, even though it was the first one, and that flower island is just great. Top quality. What class are you playing? Right now I'm on a Warlock. I main a Shadow Priest. So these alts are all just for running old raids for mounts. I don't know much about how to play them, and I'm probably doing it wrong. You got Pathfinder yet? I'm painfully close. I need to check what's left for me. I have done some stuff. I think I don't have the reps. I think I need more rep. I haven't really been grinding reps, so rep is going to be kind of late for me. Also, Kitty's here. Hello. Rep will just kind of have to happen when it happens. So I need to double check. So Pathfinder is actually, let's see. What do we need? Maybe I should focus on killing this boss. I don't do very good damage, so I actually need to try here. Okay, maybe an imp will help. Attack him. Minion. Help. Last Yogsfer on try of the week for me. Wish me luck. Anyone know where the Mythic Plus chest is? If you find out, let me know, because I need to check that on stream, and I don't know where I'm going either. Harbor Master's office in Coltress. Oh, good. Good to know. How's your FPS while in the older raid? I've been seeing some major drops during fights. I didn't notice anything. I have a pretty decent PC in terms of gaming. Like, I use it's not amazing, but I have a 1070 graphics card, and I haven't noticed any frame drops in anything, really. I'm still planning on upgrading, because I have some more editing tasks that I want to do. I laid out my parts list, because we're definitely looking, hi Kitty, we're definitely looking like it's going to be a build video kind of life. So I've laid out my parts list. I'm starting to get excited. I need to finish a couple more things before I get into that. Okay, recommendations on 7th Legion rep grinding. I've been doing the world quest. Not sure if there's anything else other than mission table I can get rep from. As far as I know, it's just world quests, mission table, and then like if you missed any, maybe you missed any of the like actual quests, like normal everyday quests, you know, those like bounty quests. If you missed any of those get rep too, I believe. So that's my best advice. I took the wrong Hearthstone. You're great. Love your content. Thank you. Appreciate that. Just got Pathfinder yesterday. Felt good. Oh yeah, I was gonna look into so Pathfinder. What do I need? Oh, this cat's purring. It's adorable. Broken Battle for Azeroth Pathfinder Part 1. So I need to finish my Explorer, which means I just need to finish Explorer and Drewstar apparently. And then I also need to do Revered with... Oh, I am really close. I just need to explore Drewstar and then get Revered with the Seekers. I thought I was Revered with the Seekers. Am I not? Am I not? I must not be, otherwise it would be ticked off there. Oh, I am super close. Cool. Kitty is still her normal color? Yeah, Kitty is still cat colored. She didn't get any dye on her. We're real careful. She's still... This is her favorite. I don't know why you would, but if you ever get a chance to pet my cat, right under the chin, that's the stuff. Contracts in the auction house help boost rep while doing world quests. I have been using the Champions of Azeroth contract. That's the one I've been after. Your cat and fish are so cute. Why, thank you. They're my favorite. I don't know what I would do without pets, honestly. Like, I would be so lonely. The fact that I live in a country that is not the same country as my family, and I pretty much just have my husband here, and he, you know, he works full time, and so do I. Like, I would be so lonely just here all the time without any animals. I love them so much. And they're all in different ways, too. Although, you know what I really wish is I really wish the snails would stay in their tanks. I need to figure out a different lid solution or something for the beta tank, because that Neurite's gotten out twice now, and I don't even know how. The lid fits pretty tight. Why are you wearing your glasses like that? Oh, you mean like over my headphones? I have decided that I would rather look stupid than get a headache. So I just look stupid instead. I can see great. I'm comfy. But like when I pinch them under the headphone ear cups, it hurts. The real question you should ask is, why are you wearing headphones when there's basically no sound happening? And the reason is I feel weird not wearing headphones on stream. It's just a weird habit I've got into. Because sometimes there is music that's important, or like sound or dialogue or whatever. Most of the time there isn't. But sometimes there could be. I have the same mug. I like the Murloc mugs a lot. I use them quite a bit. She got invincible after 284 kills this week. Grath and you're invincible. How good does it feel to be done with that place? That was my favorite. Like, I enjoyed getting invincible, but I enjoyed more the feeling of goodbye. You can't make me go back. I'm done. Love your new hair color. Thanks, Gunner. My cat Yuna loves the chin scratches as well. I really enjoy the fact that there's so many cats, and they all love you know, attention in different places. And some of them probably don't like any. Some cats probably are like, don't touch me, leave me alone, I will be over here. But of cats that like being pet, they all like it in a different spot, you know. Not all of them, but I saw a chart once. Jill, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for always making my Tuesday mornings great. Do you have any advice for raiding for the first time? Super nervous as a healer. Sorry, I do have advice. Excuse me. For nerves, I would say just be prepared. So, you know, watch some guides. I happen to know some boss guides. Refresh yourself, like right before the fight, just refresh yourself by checking out the dungeon journal. So Shift J opens the dungeon journal. And then if you go to the boss and you go to the overview section, you'll have this little healer section, and that just has like the most important things to keep an eye out for, and that'll kind of like refresh your memory on what's really relevant to you during the fight. And then just, if you know that you know what you're doing, you know what your job is, and you know how to do your job, just focus on doing your job. Don't worry about what people are saying unless they're asking you to do something you can help with, and it's going to go much better than you think it will. It's going to be just fine. And if you guys don't do well, it's probably not your fault. As long as you do your best, you guys will do great, and you'll have so much fun. Also, something that I kind of like to do that helps me see past some of the anxiety is like looking forward to the loot. So you also have a tab in that journal where you can look at the loot for it. So if I was looking at Old Deer and I wanted to see what I can get from Mother, you can filter it for your spec, and you can see what is available to drop for you, so you can sort of see what things you really need, and then have that extra anticipation going into it and being like, well, maybe this will give me the thing that I need. But I would say just refresh your memory in the dungeon journal, be prepared, and deep breaths. Have some water, have some tea, and just, it's one of those things that just gets easier the more that you do it. Which may not sound helpful, but it's what I got. Never having to do ICC again is amazing. My cat loves chin itchities so much he'll drool all over the place. Oh my. This cat will drool if she's like really asleep, like she's passed out real good. She'll drool a little bit, but aside from that, she mostly keeps her mouth closed. All my family's in a different state, so lonely, love my cat. It's tough. It's definitely tough. Most cats I've found are incredibly appreciative of a squish between their shoulder blades. That is a good spot. That is a good spot. Like, she'll get up on your chest sometimes. You'll be laying down on your back, and she'll get up on your chest and kind of face you. And what she really wants is she wants you to push your hand full-handedly over her face and head as hard as you can, because she'll push into it. She wants it real hard. And then she wants you to, like, scritch, like, through the shoulder blades, like, around her shoulders. And I figured, I mean, that makes sense. Like, who doesn't love a good shoulder rub? You know, if people hold tension there, I wouldn't be surprised if cats do, too. So, a good shoulder rub, and then, but I saw a chart once, and you know those charts that, like, show you where the different cuts of beef are on the cow? It was kind of like that, except that it was a cat, and I swear they weren't telling me to eat it. It was, like, where the different scritch parts are, and, like, how the cat's gonna react. And it said that all cats really love butt scratches, and our cat, if you try to scratch, like, not up the butt scratches, that's gross, but, like, over, like, their hips and, like, back, like, by their tail on their back, and it said that all cats love that. And then we tried to give her butt scratches, and she's like, excuse me. She gets like, she gets mad. She doesn't seem to be in pain. She just gets really annoyed. She gets so mad. She does not have that. Alright. No dice on attempt number 71. Let's see about attempt number 72. At some point, it's going to lock me out. At some point, like, we're about an hour. So if we go too fast, I think we get locked out. What add-on to use for a casting bar? You want to replace WoW's casting bar. Gnosis, spelled Gnosis. It's good stuff. How many times have you ran for this mount? 71 attempts. 71. Where I currently live, I can't have a cat. I really miss having a cat to cuddle with since I grew up with cats. Places that don't let you have pets are hard. I understand from the landlord's point of view. Pets are absolutely a statistical liability that can cause a lot of property damage, and when you don't know everybody's cat, you don't know what's possible or what's likely or whatever. So I get it, but it is really hard. And I'm lucky enough, like, we're allowed to have pets here. We have to pay for them. We have to pay pet rent, and it's expensive, and that's dumb. But, you know, we can have them here. We can have 2 pets. So we have 1 cat, 1 dog. And then we talked them into letting us have fish, too. The lease said no on the fish, but we talked to, like, the owners and the business people and, like, the office people, and they said as long as it was 20 gallons or under, we didn't need to check with anything, and if it was over that, we would need to run it by the renter's insurance. So we just figured that as long as it was 20 or less, we were good, which is why the tank you're looking at right now is a 20-gallon. You're not seeing the whole thing. You're seeing, like, a snapshot of it, but it's, like, a 20-gallon long. But I want, being limited to 20 gallons means I can't have all the fish that I want to have. I can't have goldfish. There is no humane way to keep adult goldfish in a 20-gallon tank. It's just not happening. So, like, maybe one in a 20 long if you change the water every day, but I would be surprised if my cat has tension anywhere. They do seem to relax real good. They do seem fully and well capable of relaxing. I did a +8 last week, got only a 370 ring with bad stats. RNG sucks. Ooh, that's rough. Hope you're having a good day today. I am off to a great start. I got rained on this morning, actually. I'm not even mad about it, because it feels like it's been a while since we had rain, but I didn't wear my rain jacket. So I was out walking my dog this morning. I was like, well, it's a little drizzly. That's okay. But I was soaking wet by the time I got home. My hair is a little extra fluffy. I mean, it's always fluffy. This is the normal amount of fluffy, but it's a little extra fluffy because of the rain humidity we had to deal with. All cats are different. You got a battle pet. Oh, from the boss? I have quite a few of those. They're kind of stacking up in my bag. I need to start selling them. I've only ever met one cat that did not enjoy butt scritches. Family is in a different state, and the hubby's gone all week for work. Having fur babies helps. Oh man, I can't imagine if my husband was gone like for days at a time, all the time. That sounds really rough. I mean, yeah. I suppose like most things, you would probably get used to it, but. I got Southwind after 100 attempts, like an even 100. That's kind of cool. The add-on that shows Arathi Highlands world bosses. So I found two. They both work great. One of them is Handy Notes. So if you already have Handy Notes, you can go get the Handy Notes Arathi Rares extension. They put one out for that. The other one is World Quest List, and the way that you activate that is when you map over the zone. I'll show you again. I'll pull it up again once I finish this. So my monk does so much damage. Okay, so you pull up the map for the zone. So we're going Azeroth, Eastern Kingdoms. And this won't show you. So right now, those skulls, the blue and the white skulls, those are from Handy Notes, and that works. Handy Notes, Arathi Rares. But you can also, you've got World Quest List right here, and over these red bars, you have this little blue bar, and it says World Quest right now. You can click on T, and that shows you the rares. So that shows you, and it's kind of overlapping. It shows you the locations of them. When you mouse over, it shows you what pet or thing it drops. Like that says that drops Skull Ripper, that drops a pet. The 0-3, I'm assuming, is the drop chance. Not 100% on that. But yeah, both of those things will work. I installed both of them to mess around with them because I'm looking to put together a Warfront thing soon. Does your apartment have different policies on dogs versus cats, or is it all the same? I've seen some places say it's okay for one and not the other. So we have basically all the same, although I believe there is a limitation on large dogs and also on puppies, and I don't think anybody obeys either of those because I've seen so many huge dogs and puppies of huge dogs that I don't think the pet policies are well enforced around here. But yeah, cats and dogs are treated equally here. I know lots of places that will allow cats but not dogs. I'm sure there are places that are vice versa. I think cats are like more likely to cause internal property damage. Just, you know, cats that like to scratch on walls and stuff. But when you have dogs, then you have to get into the business of everybody has to take their dog out. You have to have dog waste disposal. You have to have dog bags. You have to, like, worry about people not picking up after their dogs, which is just, like, a whole other thing. Hi, Hazel. Your hair looks awesome. Thanks, Cerulean. My cat doesn't like to interact with us, but our dog just gives us dumb looks and rolls her eyes at me when I get mad at her. Hey Hazel, lovely having you here. Advice on streaming for the first time. I'm considering getting into it. I'd love some advice from you. So actually, that's something I talked a little bit about at the end of my last vlog. So my most recent Almost Saturday vlog has a section where somebody asked me basically that, and I talk about it. But the gist of it is figure out your plan. Like, figure out what kind of software you're going to use, what you're going to stream, when you're going to stream, what you want it to look like. Watch bigger streamers that you like, and just watch popular streamers to figure out what you like about what they do and what you don't like about what they do, so you can kind of get a feel for what sort of things you would like to do or not do on your own stream. And then go for it. And limit your expectations, because it can definitely be tough at first if you go into it expecting to get a whole lot out of it right away. But I would say just focus on what you're doing, and then worry about that for the most part. Hi. Does having 220 gallons still count as under 20 gallons? I mean, I hope so, because I have a 5 gallon and a 20 gallon. So I think it's just any one tank can't be bigger than that. But I didn't specifically check it out too much. I am still trying to limit myself from having too many instances of aquariums, because, one, I don't want to push it, and secondly, I don't want to have it be such a pain in the butt when I move. It's still going to be a pain in the butt when I move. I'm still going to have to do it very carefully, but if I had like 5 or 6 aquariums and I was trying to move, you don't want to have to do that too often in your life. You want to kind of pace yourself, so I'd rather get set up with more aquariums once I have a home that I'm planning on staying in for a while. Look at all those little fishies. They're so wiggly. I love the way they wiggle. Chromie, who you can kind of see, she's yellow. She's a honey grommy. She's eating, or she's trying to. Her entire life consists of swimming around and being like, is there anything I can eat? Is there anything I can eat over here? Is there? And she's also an anabantinoid. I probably pronounced that wrong, but basically they're similar family to betta fish, where they have a labyrinth organ that allows them to breathe atmospheric air. So you saw her like swim up to the top and like take a gulp. She's actually breathing actual air when she does that. It's perfectly normal. Obviously, if they're doing it all the time, then you probably have an oxygen problem. But they do that, which is kind of cool. They have ventral fins, like these really long sort of feeler-looking things. Let's see if we can see them. So from the bottom of her, where'd she go? I would call for her, but she's a fish. She can't hear me. Oh, you can. This is the stream the people wanted to see. I don't know where she went. All right, well, she'll come back. But yeah, she's got like these 2 really long, thin, they look like tendrils. They're actually fins. They're very thin fins. And she uses them to like touch stuff with to get more information about it. And she's very dexterous with them. And it's adorable because you can put your finger on the glass and she'll swim right up to it. And she'll wiggle her little fin at you because she's trying to figure out what you are, but it just looks like she's waving and it's adorable. I took the wrong Hearthstone again. Whoopsie daisies. I love your stream. Try to watch you when I can. Thanks, Bronny. Great Danes are listed as best of the apartment dogs because all they do is sleep. I do think that things would be a lot more peaceful if more people had really chill bigger dogs as opposed to poorly trained smaller dogs. Not saying that smaller dogs can't be well trained. They certainly can be, and there are some around here. But there are a lot of small dogs that haven't been trained very well that are just poorly behaved and cause problems in the open areas. And if they were like big old couch potato dogs, it would be a little more chill. Got 350 gloves for my weekly chest. Got a 380 cloak today, and the priest I finished leveling yesterday. Dang. I like using OBS. XSplit looks cool. There's a few ads on YouTube for that. I have used XSplit in the past. I use OBS now. There is no reason, in my opinion, for 99% of people to use XSplit over OBS. Because OBS is free, and OBS is well supported, and many, like so many people use it that there's lots of good info, like guides, there's help articles, and it's free. Whereas XSplit, I believe it's a subscription service. Maybe it's a one-time fee. I used to have it. I don't have it anymore. But I found it to perform worse for me and had be harder to find support for, and I had to pay for it. It just wasn't worth it in any way. I also use OBS for recording gameplay videos, and it's kind of nice to have the same setup for those things. I've heard of DNA test to prove breed, but poop testing is a bit odd. I've heard of that, actually. I've heard of people doing that, or like places doing that. They wanted a DNA sample of all the pets because they allegedly DNA tested poop left it. I've heard of that. I feel like that's a scare tactic, but maybe they actually do it. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure it can be done. The part where they lose me is like the part where they're actually going to pay to do that to figure out who it is. But maybe. That's a lot of work to clean more than 1 to 2 tanks. Yeah, that's true. And I do enjoy cleaning aquariums, but I definitely don't want to get into too much extra work. I don't want any big, well, maybe one. I want to limit the number of big aquariums that I have that are fully planted, because I find that maintaining aquariums that are fully planted is more effort because you're also trimming the plants. I'm trying to rub the algae off the plants. I'm like taking out plants that are dying and adding in new plants that are not dying. And that's like an extra step of work. I feel like adding in a tank that is not planted, where I just do big water changes and scrub off the algae from the glass and that's it, would be significantly less, so that's a little bit more feasible. I don't know, we'll see. I definitely want goldfish, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a house one day. We're going to save up for a house. I have to try to not spend too much on my computer build first. Save up for a house, and then I can have, I would like to upgrade the tank you're looking at into one that's like 40 or 50 gallons so that I can just add more fish to it, have a bigger community. I would like to get like a 75-gallon tank to keep a couple of goldfish in. And then depending on how that goes, I might get another one for like an Oscar or a flower horn, like a single large sort of pet kind of cichlid sort of thing. And then maybe a couple of meta tanks. I don't know. We'll see. Little ones are a lot easier to maintain. I can see doing an extra betta tank or an extra shrimp tank. I don't need it. Kind of do. I don't know. We'll see. I love fish. Alright, so we got that there. Probably just a scare tactic. I lived in New York City previously. I'd never heard of that. Blew my mind. OBS takes a while to set up. That's true. That's true. It's very customizable though. I like. I've always been able to find a set of settings that work for me. I hope you had a great birthday, Hazel. Finding Chromie. Is she out yet? Chromie, where'd you go? She's probably found something good to nibble on. She likes, so the filter, oh, there she is. Okay, so you can kind of see underneath her. They're hard to see. They're thin little filaments. She's got one other side. They're her ventral fins. But she taps stuff with them. After I kill Alec here, let me see if she'll do the glass thing. She might not. I don't want to get your hopes up. Also, I've realized I've just left this fish camp huge for like ages. I think that's as close as we're gonna get. Here, I can trick the fish tank. I think that's as close we're gonna get. They're just so cute, though. From what I understand, they're a little bit healthier, generally speaking, than regular dwarf gourami, because they're a little bit less inbred. I think. I don't know. Okay, was that a no? Did I loot that thing? I don't remember if I looted this round. I know I killed. I don't think I looted it yet. That would be embarrassing if I just didn't loot it and I left. I think I've done that before. That's probably the one my map dropped, and I probably reset my my stacks. Okay. Not that there are stacks. You have the same chance to get a mount every time you try. So, no dice there. Have you created the Wicker Pup Battle Pet yet? No, not yet. You should get a mini octopus, like, in the game, because there are octopus pets in the game I would like. In actual life, I'm not ready for that. If you could have one fish, no limitations, what would you pick? Probably an Asian arowana. If I had a tank, and I think they're also illegal in America. I know they're legal in Canada, but I don't think you can have them here. You can have other kinds of arowana maybe, but like a proper Asian arowana in a proper healthy enclosure for an Asian arowana, ooh, such cool fish. But that's like that's like such a pipe dream that I don't even need it. I'm okay with letting that go and focusing my resources on fish that I can have. What kind of goldfish do you like? Ranchies are probably my favorite, like little jelly bean fish. So originally I liked the long-bodied ones like shubunkins and like Sarasa comets. But I'm starting to realize that those are really probably best off in a pond. You can kind of keep them in aquariums, but you want such huge aquariums, and the fish still really aren't going to have the stretching out space that they want. So I've kind of reworked my preferences to include fancy goldfish, but I still prefer goldfish that don't look super bred. Like goldfish like butterfly telescopes and like bubble eyes, and you know, they're cute and all, but they don't really look like fish to me anymore. And I don't really want anything with a wen. Anything that's got a big wen on it that I may one day have to trim frightens me. So I kind of just want like regular fantails, like the really cheap ones. They can be really gorgeous if you raise them well and give them enough to eat and let them get as big as they're gonna get. And I kind of just want, and maybe a, what do you call it, a ryukin? But those are still real big and lumpy looking. They start to look not like fish to me. They're cute, but they're not fish. I mean, they are fish. I don't know. I'm weirdly fish prejudiced. I need to do more research, but I was kind of thinking just fantails. Glad I caught you live. Love the hair. Thanks, Jane Z. My aunt has 2 yippy Pomeranians. She takes them to their own therapy to help with their anxiety, which she is the root cause of. I mean, at least she's trying to help. I shouldn't judge too much. My own dog probably needs therapy. He has essentially PTSD. He has some deep-rooted anxiety issues to the point that he has absolutely irrational responses to anything that resembles him being left alone, even though he hasn't been left alone in years. He could probably use some therapy. We actually looked into it once, but it was going to be really expensive, and I think we gave up. I'd rather the money be used on maintenance and amenities. I've never lived somewhere where dog poop was a serious problem. It seems extreme to me. So we have gone through phases where the dog poop was a big problem around here. Like, it kind of chains on itself. Like, a couple people decide they don't want to clean up anymore, and then other people see it around. They're like, well, if they're not doing it, I'm not going to do it. And then all of a sudden you have just, like, landmines everywhere, and nobody wants that. And it's a real problem. So our complex managed it by putting out, like, really weird Big Brother looking scare posters that were inviting people to tell on their neighbors if, like, they were offering bounties for people to tip off, like, which residents were not picking up after their dogs. And I don't know if anybody actually did that, but having those posters, that pretty much fixed the problem. So yeah, it can be a really gross problem that can get out of control real quick, but DNA testing sounds expensive. Pepperidge Farm makes the best goldfish. Hazel's developing multiple tank syndrome. If I did not live in an apartment, I would already be so deep in. It's probably good that I'm getting through my worst phase right now where I can't have all these tanks, because now, like, I have lots of time to really think them through and make sure I really want them before I'm actually able to get them. But goldfish, though, man, they're so wiggly. They're such wiggles. Let's see. Hair brings out your eyes. Thanks, Chloe. Fish tank live stream. We live our lives the way that we want over here. Hazel, has Safi the gnome from before the storm showed up yet? I don't think so. I don't think so. I've been keeping an eye out, and I've been keeping an eye out for news, and I haven't heard anything about either of them. It may be intended that that's just where their story ends, and you're just supposed to guess, but I'm a little sad. Have you made a bloke top yet? No, Brad. I'm not planning on designing any new merch for a while. I'm gonna give it some time before, like, I need to make some videos. I need to make some videos that provide value for regular people that don't want to spend money online, which is completely fine. I start to feel gross on the inside if I do too many funding related activities in a big row. So I gotta make some videos. I'm not planning on doing any new merch for a while. I will do new merch eventually. I quite like doing merch, and it's pretty good. So I'm going to continue doing it, but not yet. We're gonna give it some time. I don't want anybody to feel like they just bought some stuff and then that they have to buy more stuff if they want all of it. We're gonna chill for a while. I came across your Naga versus G600 vid. Did you ever wear down the G600? No, I'm still using it. It's right here. Is it gross? Actually, no, it's in pretty good shape. I'm shocked that my mouse and keyboard actually stay reasonably, like, they're not pristine, but they stay pretty clean, despite the fact that I do eat at my desk and I have, like, pets. I wipe them down pretty often. Every once in a while, and maybe it's just a way of putting off work, but I feel like I will do so much better today if I start off by just cleaning my desk, and I'll, like, take the compressed air and I'll wipe everything down and I'll, like, blast everything out. Okay. What was the first kind of fish that you got? First fish that I had in memory are betta fish. My mom was telling me that we did have an aquarium as a kid that was like a community aquarium, but didn't do very well. Nothing really survived. I don't remember it. I would have been really tiny. But I had betta fish as a teenager that I didn't know much about, and I definitely kept them incorrectly. I didn't have filters with them. I did use heaters, but I kept them in bowls. Big bowls, but, like, I kept it in a bowl with no filter, and that wasn't right. So more recently, I got another one, which is kind of behind me over there. That's Flight of the Bettis tank, so I'm keeping them better now. And that was the first tank that I had as a moved out adult. We did that last spring. It hasn't been quite a year yet. No, we got a little ways to go. This has all happened very quickly. But yeah, betta fish. Mine whines if you go outside without him. Super anxious. Traded your dog for fishes. No, we still got the dog. Oh, was that my last one? I think that was my last one. The fish are a lot quieter, though, I'll tell you that much. A riding lawnmower can solve the dog problem. I always see something on the ground whenever I go to my car. It's part of why I refuse to get a dog if I'm in an apartment. It's fine if everybody picks up after themselves. Like, I just buy, like, 10,000 pack bags of dog bags from Amazon that are pretty cheap, and then just always have them on me, and it's not a problem. Hair is so cute. Are you still planning doing videos for TSM4? Yes. First one should be tentatively. Fingers crossed. Not guaranteeing, but I'm trying to get it done this week. We'll see. But I am doing them. Would you rather have an elbow-sized lip or a lip-sized elbow? Definitely a lip-sized elbow, because then your arm is still normal. Elbows aren't that big anyways, but like an elbow-sized lips, that's your face. People gonna judge you for your face. Okay, so, oh, you know what? Before we end the stream, before we're done, we gotta go and open the chest, which is in the Harbor Master's office, I'm told. Does it matter if I start the war campaign right away? Would like to do allied race quests and artifact weapon first. So if you're looking for allied, like the new allied races, if you're looking for Mag'har or Darkar, then you do need to do the war campaign for those allied races. But otherwise, what else do you need war campaign for? You need war campaign for Pathfinder, I think, which can wait. What else is behind it? Yeah, you can probably chill for a bit, I think. This reminds me of the guild. Okay, so I'm gonna open my chest. I did do a mythic plus, but I only did one. It was only a +2, so I don't know what loot that gives me. Probably not very good. But we're gonna find out. I can never remember the best way to get in here. I guess you just like jump down here and then you go down these stairs. I can't complain. Borellis is laid out much better than the Horde places, so this is still pretty decent. All right, big old chest. Hello. Fingers crossed. Ooh. It's a 5-second wait. Oh, man, the icon looked like a ring. I need a ring. I'm using a 325 ring still, but that's not a ring. Those are bracers, and I don't need bracers. I have the same bracers! I have them with speed! Wow, that's disappointing. Alright. Bummer. What keystone did I get? I guess I got 1,000 artifact power. That's nice. You get a bunch of Azerite. What keystone did I get? Temple 2. Your older guides have been amazing. They helped my guild so much. Thank you and your guild. Shout out to you guys for supporting them. Appreciate that. Love your hair. Looks grand. Thanks, Jen. Alright guys, I'm done. I have some stuff to do today, so I'm going to go be off and do that. I'll be streaming again on Friday as normal. We're pretty much back to our normal schedule. I feel like things are mostly back to normal. Videos to look out for. I'm going to do the Warfront thing today, and then this week I'm also looking into doing the first of the TSM videos, hopefully. I have a Wowhead, I have one last thing to do that's like in partnership with Wowhead. I believe they have some merch that I'll be checking out, and then I'll be filming, but not putting out. I think mail time is soon. Mail time is soon. It's not this week, but it's soon. I think I get to record it. But my inventory, yeah, it needs. I need to do some work. I have some stuff to do there. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the new memberships and the super chats. Shout out to everybody that was chatting with me. Shout out to everybody that was not chatting but was lurking instead. I feel you. And shout out to everybody from the future that is watching this in the VoD. Thanks you for making it all the way to the end. That's like really good for my YouTube stuff, so I appreciate that. Thank you. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye.